whenever I have a lower back injury or I'm feeling sore in my lumbar, I use 3 specific exercises called the McGill Big 3, and they help me recover so fast. So we're going to use those 3 exercises today, weave them in, and really strengthen and stabilize the core. We're going to start in a standing position, and then I will teach you those 3 specific exercises, then we'll weave them in throughout this whole series, and we're going to feel so good afterwards. Our core is going to be engaged, and our back is just going to feel so relaxed and so good. So let's come to a mountain pose to get started. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Biggest inhale you've had all day. Fill the lungs and then sweep back down, exhale. Let's do that 2 more times, making sure our body has enough oxygen to get going. Stretching up, and then exhale. 1 more time, sweep out and up. And exhale. All right, our body's ready. Let's warm up a little bit first. So just do some high knees to the chest. We are slowly gonna warm up those abs. If you want, you can add in a cross with your elbow. So opposite elbow to knee, almost like you're doing a crunch in midair. See if you can pull your belly button into your spine a little bit. And then lengthen up as you stand. All right, let's just do some rotations. Also very good for the spine, so twisting. If you want to reach a little further, keep those deep inhales and exhales going. All right, let's reach up at a diagonal, stretching through the sides. And then we'll do a few more squats and breathing. So coming down, squatting down, and then inhale as you come up. And then exhale down, squat. And then inhale. Warming up the whole body. One more, last one. And then bring those palms together. Bring all that good fresh energy to your hearts. Let's meet on our mats in a comfortable seated position. You can have your legs crossed, you can be kneeling. We're gonna start with learning the power breath because it's a very important element of these 3 exercises. So the power breath or power breathing, I'll explain it first. As you inhale, we're gonna just gently press on either side of the abdomen. And as you inhale, imagine pressing those fingers out with your inhale. So you're really inhaling laterally. And then once you get to the biggest part, you're gonna brace your abs in that position. So you're not gonna let them cave back in. Once they are braced, we are gonna inhale and exhale through the mouth 10 times, trying to keep those abdominals as big and as wide as you can. It's really gonna fire up the core. So to prepare, bring your hands just gently to the sides of your abdomen. Take a deep inhale. Imagine pressing those fingers out. Brace your core in this position. And now we are gonna inhale and exhale through the mouth like this. 10 times. Trying to keep that core in that same position, braced. And then relax. Okay. You should really fire up that front side of your core. So that is power breathing. We're gonna do that within the 3 exercises now. So the first position is going to be on your back in a modified crunch. So we'll lay down, laying down on the back with the right knee is gonna stay bent with the foot on the floor. Left leg is going to straighten down. Then take your left hand, place it under the small of your back. That's just gonna help the natural curve of the spine. All right, the right hand is gonna do what we did before. Your right hand is just gonna press gently into the right side of your abdomen. And as we inhale, it's just a reminder to open up laterally into both sides of the belly. So now we're gonna do the power breathing. So when you're ready, take a deep breath in, brace your core in that position, and then 10 breaths. And then relax. And we're gonna go to the other side. So lifting your left knee and foot on the floor, straightening your right leg out. Bring your right hand under the lower back. Left fingers can go into the abdomen, just gently pressing to remind yourself to keep that core open and braced during the power breathing. So when you're ready, inhale to prepare, brace the core, and then 10 breaths. And then relax. All right, so that was the first position. We're gonna go to the next position, which is a side plank. So coming onto your side, we'll be on our elbows, and then feet can be, if you want, bent together, and we'll just lift up the hips. We are gonna add a little bit more complexity as we go on throughout the flow. So let's just start in this position together, and then we can add on later. So knees are bent. This top hand, press gently into your abs, just reminding you again to stay nice and braced. So lift the hips off the mat. Take a deep inhale to prepare. And then 10 breaths here. Relax and go to the other side. So knees bent together, top hand, gently pressing into those abs and lift. Inhale to prepare. Brace and breathe. And release. All right, final position is a bird dog. So coming onto your hands and knees, you're gonna stretch let's start with the left leg out behind you, pressing the foot into the mat. Right arm is gonna come straight ahead of you. I want you to imagine that someone is pulling your arm straight ahead. So we don't wanna go up too high and arch the back. We want the back to be very lengthened, no arch, very neutral. So we're gonna do the same power breathing. We don't have a hand this time to remind us about that core, so you're just gonna have to try to imagine this time bracing it So inhale to prepare. Think about expanding laterally. Brace, and then 10 power breaths. When you're done, release, relax. We'll go to the other side. This time, right leg is out long. Left arm straight ahead of you. Keep the back neutral, lengthened. When you're ready, inhale to prepare. Expand laterally, brace, and then 10 power breaths. All right. Relax, come back to your table, widen your knees, toes together to touch. We'll sit back into our child's pose. All right. So those were the 3 McGill, they're actually called the McGill Big 3 exercises. Really good for core, really good for helping the back, lower back, because most of the times we get lower back injuries when our core is not doing enough and our back is trying to take some of that weight, some of that strain, and that's when we get hurt. So we want the lower back to relax and we want the core to engage. Slowly, let's just lift your head and start to walk your hands to the right side of the mat, stretching through the whole left side of the body. Deep breath here. Come back to center. Go to the left side. Stretch through. Relax. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right, come back to center. Come back up into your table. Let's do a few cat-cows. So now that our back is relaxed, we're not going to overstretch it, but just very gently think about letting the belly button drop down and look up. And then exhale, pull the belly button into the spine and drop the head. So we're not necessarily thinking about our spine curving. We're thinking about what the belly button is doing. We let the belly button drop to the ground and inhale, and then we pull the belly button up, 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 and drop the chin. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, pull that belly button, squeeze out the air. Coming back to a neutral spine. We're going to do a few tiger curls in this position. So I'm going to bring my knees a little bit narrower under my hips. Bring your right knee to your chest. Pull it in. Hold here and then drop it down. Now bring your left knee to your chest. Squeeze it in and back down. We'll keep alternating for a set of 3. Back to your left side. Right side, pull that knee in. Small movement, but very nice and stable and tight. All right, drop it back down. Step your hands one hand length forward. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, hips up, down dog. You can pedal through your feet. You can shake your head. You can shake your hips. Stretching out through this first down dog. All right, then come into stillness and slowly walk forward toward the front of your mat. Into a forward fold. Dangling here. Letting the lower back release. Letting the head hang heavy. You can grab opposite elbows if you want. You can sway or be in stillness, whatever feels good. And then on your next inhale, slowly start to roll up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Give me 3 shoulder rolls, forward, up as you inhale, back and down as you exhale. Forward and up, inhale, squeeze at the top, and back and down. One more time, forward and up, back and down. Let's jump right into our sun salutations. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Starting to move a little quicker now. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step your right foot back, then your left to a plank position. We're gonna do some knee to chest, but actually let's do knee to elbow. So we're gonna cross, bring the right knee to your chest, cross it towards your left elbow. Then step back. Now bring your left knee to your chest, cross it towards your right elbow, and back. All right, press back to your down dog. Then look at the space between your thumbs. Step your right foot forward, then your left. Inhale, rise all the way up. All right, we're gonna keep building from there. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step your left foot back, then your right to your plank. So we're gonna do those knee to elbows 2 times this time. Start with your left. Left foot or left knee to right elbow, then opposite. One more set. And then we'll meet back in our down dog. Look at the space between your thumbs. Step your left foot forward, then your right. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Let's keep building. Round 3. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back to your plank with soft elbows, soft knees. 3 sets this time. So knee to opposite elbow, alternating 3 sets. Really engaging that core. We'll meet back in a down dog. Look at the space between your thumbs. Bend your knees generously, step or hop forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Round 4. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back to your plank with soft elbows, soft knees. 4 sets of knee to elbow. Crossing. Pulling the abdominals in, engaging the core. We'll meet back in a down dog. Then look at the space between your thumbs. Bend your knees, step or hop forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Lengthening through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Round 5. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back to your plank. 5 sets of knee crossing to elbow. Feel that core really starting to engage. Then we'll meet back in a down dog. Take a deep breath. Look at the space between your thumbs. Bend your knees, step or hop forward. Rise all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Last time, round 6. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back to your plank. 6 sets of knee to opposite elbow. This is the last set. You are almost there. Those abdominals are really firing up. And then we will meet back in a down dog. Take a deep breath. Look at the space between your thumbs. Bend your knees, step or hop forward. Rise all the way up. And then exhale, arms to side. Sun salutations complete. Let's get started with our first sequence. We're going back to those bird dogs. So that was actually the last of the McGill Big Three. So on our hands and knees, we're coming into that table position. In your table, tuck your toes. So give you a little bit more balance. We're gonna start with the left foot, the left leg stretching back, the right hand and arm stretching forward. Again, imagine someone is pulling your hand forward, not up, just forward, and you're lengthening the spine. We're gonna do some crunches here. So keeping that spine neutral and lengthened, bring the right elbow to the left knee, crunch it in, stretch it back out. Crunch in and out. You can go a little quicker if you want. Just keep that spine lengthened like there's a glass of water on your back, balancing. Keep this going. Just a few more. 2, 1. Okay, so stay stretched out. Now, we're going to go into that McGill exercise again. This time, lift the back foot off the mat just an inch, just so it's hovering, but we don't want to arch the back up. So just very slightly. We're going to do some power breathing again. So inhale to prepare. Brace that belly. 10 power breaths. All right, crunch it in. Elbow to knee, stretch out. Crunch and stretch. Crunch and stretch. You can tap the back foot on the ground or hover. I have to remind myself not to hover too high. Trying to hover just about an inch off the mat. Keep that going. All right, stay outstretched and pulse, little tiny pulses. Nothing too high. Pull the belly button into the spine. Keep that spine lengthened and neutral. No arching. Crunch it in and out. Crunch and out. Crunch. Keep that going. And now hold. Stretch it out. Hold, hold. Back foot is hovering. Let's add those power breaths one last time. Inhale to prepare. Brace the core. 10 breaths. And drop it down. We're gonna go to the other side, of course. So stretching the right leg out now. Left arm straight ahead of you. Imagine someone's pulling you, your arm straight ahead. If you want, you can lift that back foot just an inch or two off the mat. Keeping the spine lengthened, holding it here for a moment. Thinking about a glass of water, balancing on your back. Throughout these crunches, do not let that glass of water drop. Ready? Crunch it in. Stretch it out. Stretch out that back leg almost down to the mat. Only an inch or two off the mat. Crunch in, stretch out, in and out. All right. Let's pulse at the top of the move. Only pulsing a tiny bit. Trying to keep that glass of water balancing. Crunch it in and out. In and out. Feeling that deep core, those deep, deep core muscles. There's your stabilizing muscles, your strength muscles. They're the ones we are building to protect that lower back. All right, hold it out. Let's do 10 more breaths. Ready? So inhale to prepare. Brace that core. 10 breaths. And then drop it down. Whew. All right, let's do a little child's pose. Make sure that back is okay. So knees are apart, toes together. Let's keep that lower back relaxed. It's not supposed to be working right now. Slowing down the breath. Is everyone feeling their deep inner core muscles working? I know I am. I'm feeling warm. Like it is heating me up a lot. I don't usually sweat this much. There's like an inner fire right now. Okay, coming back to your table. We're going into a plank now. So you can stay in a supported plank with your knees down or lift up into a high plank. Make sure your wrists are directly under your shoulders. However, we're going to widen the feet to the edge of the mat because this is going to be our stabilizing factor while we do some shoulder taps. So lifting one hand to opposite shoulder and back down. So hands are fairly narrow, feet are wide, trying not to move the core at all. Pretending your core is frozen and that glass of water is still balancing. Do not move the core. One more time each way. All right, hold here. Now we're going to do some tiger twists again. So bring the knee into the chest, opposite elbow, and back. Other knee to chest, opposite elbow, and back. You can speed it up. Knee to opposite elbow. Really feeling that core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going into push-ups. You can drop the knees if you need. I might need to. I'm gonna feel a little sore in my arms today. Okay. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, feet, make sure they're wide. Shoulder taps. Trying to keep that core so stable. Pull the belly button up into the spine. Keep the core lengthened. No arching the back. If you feel an arch, make sure you drop your knees to the mat for a supported plank. Okay, knees to elbow, crossing across your chest, alternating back and forth, right and left. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, push-ups, just 4. Ooh, I gotta drop my knees. My posture is suffering. So keep that back straight and lengthened. It's better to modify than to have bad form. Okay, one more set. Tap those hand to opposite elbow. Keeping the wrists right under the shoulders. Feet are wide, stabilizing. 3, 2, 1. Tiger curls, last set. Knee to opposite elbow. You got it. 5, 4, 3, you can drop down to your knees if you need to. 2, 1, and done. Whew. Take a stretch back into your child's pose. Hopefully we are engaging that core in a big way. And the back can still be relaxed. The back is just along for the ride. It is not engaging. It is not helping. All right, come back up into your plank. We're going to just do some slow down dogs. So pressing slowly down, up to your down dog, and then pressing slowly back to your plank. Slowly to down dog, stretching, slow back to plank. One more time, to your down dog, and then plank. All right, lower your knees. We're gonna come to our side plank. So we are done with the bird dog series. We're going into side plank series. So remembering that side plank we did at the beginning, you can stay with your knees bent together and just lift your hip. That's good. That's all you need to do if that's good for you. If you want to add on, you can straighten the top leg for a supported plank, or if you want a full challenge, both legs will come up onto that plank. Just be on your elbow. So choose your position. We're gonna do those 10 power breaths. So lifting to your choice. Inhale to prepare. Brace your core, and then 10 breaths. Trying to keep that core braced. Don't let it sink in. When you're done, hip dips. Down and up, down and up. You got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg raises, top leg goes up and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, drop down. We're gonna go to the other side. All right. Again, choose your position. Both knees bent in together and just lift your hips like we did before. Straighten out the top leg for a supported side plank or both legs together. Ready? Lift into your position. Take a deep breath to prepare. 10 breaths. All right, when you're done, hip dips. Down, back up, down, and up. Keeping that core engaged. Trying to keep the spine lengthened. No arching. 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg raises, top leg goes up. This is your last exercise on this side. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Whew. All right, drop down. Side plank series done. Short and sweet. Okay, take a drink, take a breather. We're going into our final sequence, the modified curl up. I need a drink as well. Okay. All right, just like we did with the other 2 McGill exercises, we're gonna add on just a little bit this time. So we'll meet on our backs. Right leg is bent with the foot on the floor. Left leg is out long. Left hand goes under the small of the back. just to make sure that natural curve of the spine stays nice and lengthened. So we're gonna, this time, the option is to lift your head off the mat just slightly, just an inch or two, really curling into that position. So decide what you're doing for this set. Lift your head if you want. Inhale to prepare. Brace, 10 breaths. And then release. All right, last set. Other side. Bend the left leg, straighten the right. Right hand goes under the small of the back. Left hand can just press gently into those abs, reminding them to stay nice and braced. All right, if you're ready, we're gonna lift the head. Inhale, prepare. Brace the core. 10 breaths here. And then release. All right, bring your knees to your chest. Let's let the lower back relax again. Reminding it, it's just along for the ride. You don't have to do anything right now. This is all the deep core. All right. Let's bring our hands down to our sides. Keep the knees bent into the chest. Palms go flat on the ground. We're gonna do some lower crunches. So knees are gonna come in and then roll down, tap the feet on the floor, and then roll back in. As you roll in, lift the hips up off the mat. So we're not just rolling, we're rolling up and lifting. Your hands, you can press them down into the mat to help you lift. All right, if you want, so you can stay here if this feels like a good exercise for you. If you want to add on, bring the hands behind the head and add the upper crunch. Continuing to tap the feet on the floor and lower the head at the bottom of the move. Curl in, lift, and down. Curl, lift, and down. Those abs are really working. Now that we got those deep inner core abs activated, now we got the outer abs working too. You can stay here or add a leg extension at the top. Stretching them straight up and then rolling back down and tapping them at the bottom of the move. Just a few more. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, release the feet down to the mat. Keep the upper crunch going. Just the upper crunch. Feet are flat on the floor, knees are bent. Lifting the shoulders off the mat. Keeping the neck neutral. Almost like you're lifting the throat to the ceiling. We're gonna add a twist. So twist to the right, back down. Twist to the left, back down. Twisting back and forth, getting the obliques involved now. You can stay here or add the opposite knee towards that elbow. Keeping the other foot planted on the mat. Back and forth. We are almost done. All right, you can stay here or add a leg extension at the top. This is it. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Release down. Bring your knees to your chest. Give them a hug. Slowing down the breath. Feeling that inner core fire burning brightly. You did it. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of rolling like a ball just to massage that spine. So just kind of rolling back and down, massaging. And then we're gonna roll all the way up to a sitting position. All right, we're gonna do a deer pose or 45-45. So bringing one shin straight ahead of you, the other to the side. Lifting up, taking a deep breath as you lengthen the spine up, and then folding straight over that front shin. Lift back up, take a deep inhale. Twist away from your legs. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. You can stay here or release down, folding into your twist. Coming back up. We'll go the other way, so bringing the other shin in front of you. Taking a deep breath, lengthening the spine. And then fold over that front shin. Exhale. Coming back up. And twist away from your legs. Exhale out all air. And then if you want, you can fold down. Deep breath here. Slowly coming back up. Bring both legs out in front of you, maybe in a cross-legged position. We're gonna stretch those abdominals. So bringing one hand to the side, stretch through the side, stretch open, bring that hand overhead. Back down, we'll go the other way. Stretching through the side. Good job, abdominals. Good job, obliques. Coming back up. Let's do one more rotation. So twisting, looking behind you. Bring that hand as leverage on that leg if you want. Pressing into your back palm. Coming back forward. Go to the other side. Twisting around. Press into that back palm. And then coming back forward. All right, let's come to a standing position for our final stretches. Inhale, bring the arms up. Bring the palms together and then bend your elbows. Bring them palms behind your head, stretching through the triceps. Lift back up and sweep back down. Let's stretch through the abs a little bit more. So bring one hand out to the side and up. Stretching through that side of your body. Twisting your chest open just a little bit to the ceiling. And then back down. Other way. Looking up and back down. I feel like we need a forward fold before we're done. So inhale deeply. Exhale, let's fold forward. Oh yeah, that feels so good on the lower back. Let's just dangle here for a moment. If you want support, you can press into your legs or into the mat, or you can dangle. Whatever your body's asking for right now. One more breath here. On your next inhale, slowly roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhaling, sweeping your arms out and up. Give yourself a high five at the top. Bring all that good energy down to your heart. You did it. Nice job. Nice job, abdominals. Nice job. Man, that inner fire is burning brightly.